What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Daisy Crazy podcast, where we talk about sports and all things Soddy Daisy. Because if you ain't from Soddy,
you ain't nobody.
That's right. I'm your host, Nathan Landrew, back with my boy,
Jonathan Love. We are here with Coach Carter Cardwell and Coach Cody Raborn.
How we doing today?
Great. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty well.
Coach Raborn, how are you?
Oh, it's a great day.
Great day. That's what I like to hear.
Okay. So, obviously, it's homecoming week this week. So, what makes homecoming so important to you guys, and what do you enjoy about it?
I'll let you go first.
Well, this is the 7th homecoming I've been a part of here at Soddy Daisy. Mm-hmm. So it's awesome for me personally now, being to the point where, getting to see the seniors that I've watched grow throughout their 4 years and see you guys enjoy this week. And then Friday night, getting to see a lot of the ones that I've coached and that have been before them come, and the whole community really support this program is really special.
For sure. What about you, Cardwell?
Well, I think it's the community aspect of Soddy Daisy that I like around homecoming.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all ages come back. Last year, I actually spoke to the 50th reunion of a class.
Wow.
And there was a whole lot of them there. They were tailgating. They were having a great time. And I think it just reinforces the things that I tell everybody that's great about Soddy Daisy, and it's the community.
Yeah.
The community comes together. The community's there. It's like when we go down the steps, there's the Daisy Crazies, there's students, there's little guys, there's little girls, and that's just ingrained in part of being part of that whole experience. I think that's what's neat about it.
Yeah, no, totally. Community here is amazing.
Yep.
So y'all both went to high school, and I'm assuming they both had homecoming. What was homecoming like for y'all in high school? Was it as crazy as here?
Well, for me, my junior and senior year was the first 2 years of East Hamilton High School's existence. So homecoming was a relative term. There was no senior class before me.
Dang.
So there was no one to come back home.
Yeah. Really?
So we did a lot of the dress-up days and that sort of thing, but we were more building the tradition than we were experiencing the tradition like somewhere like here.
Yeah, for sure. You're building it. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
What about you, Cardwell?
I had a very similar experience with homecoming that you guys did. I grew up in a small town, so it's a community thing. So a lot of the same things I see here, I saw when I was in high school during my homecoming activities. The dress-up days, the pep rallies. Now they don't let you do it as much. We had a bonfire. Community. They had a community bonfire on Thursday night. So I see a lot of the same things that I enjoyed about homecoming in my hometown. I see here. So so that part is pretty special for me.
For sure. For sure. All right, jumping into today's schedule on the podcast, we start off with SD most likely, and then some info about the game plan, and the themes, even the history about this game. And so let's jump into it. We got Soddy Daisy most likely. You want to go for the first one?
I will. That's the first question. So, Coach Raborn, this one's for you. Which defensive player is most likely to get their ankles broken?
Oh.
We're hoping none of them after Drew in any sense of the term. So we're hoping nobody.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you know what the term getting your ankles broken is?
Oh, yes.
Where you wipe out?
Getting juked out.
Yeah.
So you don't have an answer to that question?
If they're on the field, it's because they're going to make the tackle.
Hey, I like that confidence. I like that confidence. This one is for you, Coach Cardwell. Which football player is most likely to be late to practice? We're calling them out today.
The one that doesn't want to practice.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's your answer?
That's my answer.
So does it rotate?
So have you ever been late to a practice?
I might have. Like a Saturday practice, I might have slept in a little bit.
There's no might. You either were or you weren't.
Well, I can't remember. I think
there's no almost late. You're either late or you're there, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I've been late to one practice ever, and it was because I was snowed in Knoxville, and I had to drive back that morning.
But that's a valid excuse.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty valid excuse.
No.
You
All
don't
right.
think so?
Next question.
All right, you got this one.
Okay, so which football player on the team is most likely to fall asleep while watching film?
For both of y'all.
Any freshman.
Freshman.
You name a freshman, it doesn't matter. The lights go off, they're done.
Really?
Absolutely done. They're freshmen. They don't know how to watch film. They think we're watching a movie, and they're done. So
Grab them some popcorn.
any freshman in the freshman class that's not totally terrified of Coach Raborn, they're asleep.
See, back when I was a freshman, I was way too scared to like fall asleep. So I was paying attention.
For sure.
I didn't want to get called out.
You were the terrified freshman,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
was.
good. You know, there's others. They're done. They're done. We could put on film of literally anything, and they're gonna fall asleep.
That's crazy.
we
What
could-
about you, Raborn? Any freshman?
That's exactly what he said.
Another one. Which student is most likely to come into class with 10 minutes left? This isn't football. This is anybody.
I believe it's any student that would come in 10 minutes left in class.
You know, I remember
One-
someone that did
yeah.
that in economics last year.
Oh, really, Coach?
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
I don't teach that class, who was it?
Oh, it's interesting. I believe it was Nathan Landrew.
What? What are you talking about?
That's right. We're calling them out
Listen,
today,
listen,
baby.
listen. I
You weren't snowed
I
in
either
to
was on
Knoxville.
time.
You were not snowed into Knoxville. That
I was
excuse has
either-
already been used.
I was either on time or on Fridays I didn't have a first period and that alarm didn't go off, or it did and
It
I
was
didn't
a
hear
second
it.
period class. He is correct about that. So he missed 2 classes on Friday, not just one.
2 classes
Oh,
on
2
Friday.
On a good day.
Okay.
We're gonna move on to talking about the game tonight. So, to start off, the theme is blue and gold tonight.
We need all of y'all to go all out tonight. We need every chant. We need everyone just screaming and go crazy. But
Big game.
for the game plan, how are we feeling about tonight?
I'll let Coach Raborn talk about the defense. I'll talk about the other side.
Okay.
We'll go with it.
Well, defensively, we know we have to stop the run. We know they've had a running back that's had a lot of success. We know they build off of him. Everything they do happens off of that. So that is priority 1. So stop the run.
Stop the run.
Yeah, on the other side, talking about what they do is to make sure we don't put ourselves in bad positions. You know, and not talking about them, talking about ourselves. You know, you guys have played sports. Everybody in here's played sports.
Yeah.
You lose more games than you win because you make mistakes.
True.
The thing we were talking to our guys about is just do your job well, and let them make the mistakes. So on the other side of the ball and in the kicking game, we're trying to say, you know, limit the mistakes. We won't play a perfect game.
Yeah.
You want to play a perfect game, but on the way to perfect, you're looking for excellence. So what we're trying to tell our guys is do your job, play as hard as you can. Let's limit the mistakes. Let them make the mistakes, and when they make the mistakes, we'll take an opportunity and go. So, you know, in last year's game, it was mistakes. 3 mistakes flipped that whole football game.
Yeah.
3 plays, 3 mistakes. You guys have played. It could be 1 trip down the court or
It
2
could.
trips down the court could flip a game.
For sure.
So that's what we're trying to talk to our guys about. Is not saying not make mistakes, but try to play error free.
Yeah.
Do your job well. Don't do anything but what we've asked you to do.
For sure. What would y'all say is the identity of this year's team?
That's a good question. And I think this team has an identity that they want to be physical. Football's a physical game.
It is.
I think we've worked really hard in the last 2 years to give ourselves a physical identity, because it comes right down to it. He can draw up defenses, I can draw up plays, we can throw this, we can catch this. Whoever plays the game physical is going to win a football game. That goes from kids club all the way up to the NFL.
True.
So we're trying to give ourselves an identity as a physical football team.
Awesome. What would you say, Coach Raborn?
I would echo that. We play hard and we play physical.
Yeah.
And we play together.
That's really
That's
important.
yeah. The chemistry will go a long way. Any sport.
So our next question, we're playing Hixson. So just tell me a little bit about the rivalry between Soddy Daisy and Hixson.
Well, I've been, like I said, been a part of this for a little bit now. I think there's 2 games every year that the community seems to really get fired up for, and it's when we play Red Bank and it's when we play Hixson. And the 2 communities right next to each other. I don't know if everyone knows this. My mother graduated from Soddy Daisy, and I've got an uncle who graduated from Hixson. And there's a lot of history between the 2 schools, and it's just always a fun and exciting environment.
I agree.
Yeah, I appreciate the intensity of a rivalry. It's as long as that intensity stays in the right lanes, it's a good thing. Sometimes rival games get out of lanes, and we start having things that take away from really what we're all wanting to see is a good game or a match between a rival.
Yeah.
2 rival teams, and sometimes those things get out of the lane. The thing I love about them is we have them.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can be – I think I coached the school one time, and I was like, I don't think we're rivals with anybody. We're just their homecoming game.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah. So it's fun that you have a rivalry, but you want to make sure you keep that rivalry in the right channel, in the right lane. I've talked to our guys all week. Our job this week our role is to win the game. Our role is not to win the social media battle or the, hey, look at this – thing that I'm doing to belittle our opponent. Rivalry's intense enough without all the other stuff.
It is.
Now, the unfortunate thing is some of those alumni, they still hate each other. I had a friend who hated the rival of our neighbor so bad that he refused to buy anything in that town.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that's how rivalries stay, because that gets passed down. But, I mean, gee. He wouldn't. He told me one time, I'll push my car through this town before I buy a drop of gas.
Holy
in Dollar Tree. So that's a rivalry.
That's a rivalry.
That's a rivalry, and like I said, as long as it keeps it in the right lanes, we're okay. But it's fun.
It's enjoyable. What is the team going to have to do well to win this game?
Oh, I mean, like Coach Raborn said, we're going to have to tackle well, limit their big plays. Offensively, air-free football, because like last year I told the guys I don't want us to give away games anymore. I want us to start taking games, and that's what I think it's going to take to win. It's great tackling on defense, not give them a break in the kicking, like kick the ball to their best return guy, give him an open field or anything like that, and then offensively play smart. Don't give them any other opportunities, and I think we have a good chance of win.
That's awesome. So we posted a post on Instagram that if y'all wanted to run out with the Daisy Crazies on tonight's game, to comment your names. We have a couple of these names on this wheel. We're going to spin this wheel to see who now will run out with us. Let's see what's going to be.
No. What?
Leah Morgan, the freshman.
Wow. So what do they get to do?
They get to. So you know how we run out behind y'all in the Daisy Crazies? We're doing like a Daisy Crazy for a day type thing. So someone that's not a Daisy Crazy will get to run out with the team and the Crazies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
just ask.
What?
Just wanted to know, because usually I don't get to see that part of it.
Understandable.
I just see you guys when I come down the steps, and I want you to know I appreciate everybody that's there.
Oh, yeah.
I try to thank every single person on those steps. I appreciate you guys coming and supporting. It means a lot to me personally. It means a whole lot to our guys. So thank you guys. I do appreciate that. And like I said, we'll knuckle bump tonight.
Yeah,
yes, we will.
We love that energy. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming on to today's podcast. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Raborn.
Oh,
thank you guys so much.
We're looking forward to the nice game and have a good time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. And just to end it off, gotta go. The saying,
if you ain't from Soddy,
you ain't nobody.
I knew that.
Peace out.